welcome to another video, and this one's a bit different than usual because I've never done a figure review before, and I technically still haven't, because this is more of an overview of something that I don't think many people know about, like in Transformers bases. And I thought it'd be kinda neat to go over it since I do own some parts of the figure that I showed in the thumbnail. But wait, parts? Don't worry, I'll go over that in 1 second. But first, remember to follow me here and on Twitch. And if you wish to support, I finally have a Fortnite code. That's Flames. So, hashtag Epic Partner. So, let's back up a little. What even is this Optimus, and where did it come from, and how do you even get it? So, this Optimus Prime is an officially licensed product, so it's not a KO. It's produced by an editorial/company called D'Agostini, based in Italy. They specialize in buildable model kits with die-cast, and their collections are often sold as online magazine subscriptions. But you can also get them in your local newspaper, depending on where you live in. And as far as I'm aware, even though it says that it's available in all of these countries, they probably focus more in the UK market and Spain and some parts of Latin America. The tricky part about this figure/statue, because it is posable, but let's be honest, it's more of a display statue, is that since it's a weekly release, that basically means that you have to keep up with this release. Like, if you actually want to complete it, you have to buy every single issue every single week, or bi-weekly. And they're relatively cheap, like starting from $1 up to, I believe, $10 for later ones. But there's so many pieces that they do eventually stack up, approximately costing total of $1,200, which is a lot, especially when you consider that the roommate size Metroplex is $1,100. And this one's definitely way smaller. It's pretty much Titan scale, slightly bigger than a Titan though. And to be fair, this one is made of metal. So, with the hard to acquire nature of this Optimus, it's no wonder people haven't talked about it. And even if they could, the price feels like an instant turnoff. However, I'm not one of those people. I managed to get a contact that's been able to get me all the releases as they come out, so I can show you the full experience to all of you. Though, if you want to give it a shot to build it yourself, it did get a full release a year ago or so in some European countries, so you could probably find it on eBay. Anyway, enough context. Let me show you what I got and how it compares to other figures. First off, issue number 1. And arguably the most important, the only one you really need if you don't want to complete the full thing, it's the head. This one's definitely the coolest, since you don't have to bother getting all the others. You pretty much get a really neat display piece if you don't get the others. This head is mostly made of plastic, but does have a huge metal piece, which is really nice. Best of all, the details in the back of the head actually work as a switch, so you can turn on the LED eyes. Issue number 2 was a bit of the chest piece. The headlights will also be able to turn on when completed. However, the way the issues sometimes work, they're kind of distributed, not in sequence sometimes, so you probably will get a piece that you won't use until much later, which is the case with this chest. None of the following issues had anything to do with the torso and focused on the leg, so bear that in mind. And the windows here are made out of die-cast, and the base is solid plastic. Like I said though, the following issues were focused on the leg, and at least those did have some sequence, as I can show you fully how it looks completed. This is the right foot, and it is big. All the toes are fully articulated, the wheel can be pushed around, and the ankle can move up and down. There's also some comparisons here so you can see how big this is in comparison to other figures. So, what's next? Well, there's a couple of routes I and you, my followers, can take with this thing. Number 1, we leave it at this, and I get stuck with a huge Optimus foot. since it is quite an expensive figure to complete, and getting the issues is a bit hard if you don't have like a contact that's able to sell them personally to you, or if you live in like one of these countries, it's probably a little bit easier. But number two, I continue getting the issues and build them in separate videos so you can see the full experience without you actually having to regret spending so much in one single figure. But yeah. Or number three, I keep collecting the figure, but I don't actually make videos on it until it's actually more complete, because there's a lot of issues that come out that don't actually add that much substance. They're really small pieces, like details. So you probably might not want to watch every single video, especially if it's just me building a single piston. So that's another option. But if you have any other ideas, be sure to let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is just something I thought looked really neat, and I am going to try to complete it, maybe, possibly, unless you guys don't really care about it. But until then, that's it for now, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.